Okay, so today we will be doing the Quarry, Kaitlyn and Ryan only survived endings, which have a little bit of difference to them, as well as watching or listening to all the podcasts. So yeah, first off we do the Kaitlyn ending, which we can do immediately from chapter 10, so let's just load our old game file, because it doesn't matter. We want everyone to be dead anyway, which chapter 10 everyone should be dead, so yeah, we'll start with that. And after we've started with that, we'll end up working on, are you sure you want the... Yeah, we don't care about the progress in this playthrough, so let's try chapter 10 and see if it's good. So basically that's what we'll be doing. Kaitlyn's ending, with a unique death that we haven't seen yet. Ryan's ending, which I don't think has anything unique. It might, I don't actually know. And then we'll watch all the podcasts. Listen to the podcast, I should say. I think apart from that, everything else is fine. Everything else stays the same for the most part. And then we can move on to another game for the next time. So much load screens. So pretty much the Kaitlyn ending is just get to a point where we play as Kaitlyn and then we just make sure that she survives. So everyone else has to die here.
Laura!
Plat. How the hell am I gonna get down?
Asked and answered.
Where the hell am I? Oh, yeah. Where the hell are my clothes? You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Gotta find Laura.
Oh, fuck!
Oh no.
This ending should take... I would think it would be like half an hour at the most, honestly, because we literally, at this point I think we only play as Max, and then we kill him here, and then we just do the Kaitlyn ending, and then we have the credits. Which only take about, what, 20 minutes? 20, 25 minutes? then we have, and then obviously the other endings are a little bit longer because we have to get through a lot more cutscenes. I do plan on doing the. I have plenty of time to do the. I've got plenty of time to do the podcast stuff as well, like several hours if they go that long, which I don't think they will.
Okay. This better have a great fucking ending.
So this is where we get the Kaitlyn ending here. It's not going to take very long. She's the only character left alive at this point, because at this time we're going to have her survive. So this is actually going to be a little bit different to our,
Nice.
even our other playthrough.
Hopefully they realize the campus is closed.
Because this is like a very
Okay.
specific ending, I guess.
Okay, Kaitlyn. The rain's been off and on all night.
I'm at least glad that we get a unique ending here.
They're coming back for a chance to
So I'm wondering if the Rhine ending will be
do?
maybe we can kill Silas. I'm not actually sure. I'll have to see.
Okay. I need to get to a vantage point.
I might even have to do a. So here we can head straight to the. Here we can head straight to the area to prepare for the attack. That's what we have to do.
How long has this guy been here?
Okay, so we prepare for the attack here. This will initiate the final sequence. Once you get to the point of preparing for the attack, that's the last point in time where you can move about freely. Everything else is determined by choices and QTEs.
Showtime, motherfuckers. What the?
If you remember the last time we were here when we saved Kaitlyn, we saved her because we shot Caleb with the silver bullets that Abi gave us, but obviously now Abi has died and she can't give us any of those bullets. We don't have any of them anymore. So we have to find an alternate way to be able to get through here. So to do this, we pick run first. If you pick wait and then don't shoot, it's going to kill us. So this is the alternate way of saving Kaitlyn here. Again, I think she's a character that has plot armor. She can only die in the last chapter. There's several characters in this game that have plot armor. And like Max, if you don't play as Max, he can't die either, so that's another thing to consider, as far as I know. We're gonna pick Bean. We picked Bean last time. if you pick window and if you pick window where you did that in the alternate one, you can actually get Kaitlyn bit here, but she won't die. So. Right, so we want to succeed the QTE here. We now pick run. So this would have been the point in time where Abigail would have yelled out and said, "Hey, I have silver bullets," but because Abby has died, we don't have that option. It's now different because we're by ourselves. So from this point onwards, everything we have not seen. So we need to hold our breath here. And then we pick freezer. And you're probably wondering why would we be picking the freezer to hide in when you'd think that would kill us, but there is a reason why. We want to use the decoy here. So because Abby left her bag in the kitchen with the plush toy that we picked up all those chapters ago in chapter 1, we can now use the decoy here. And then succeed this QTE to close the door. And there we go. There's the Kaitlyn survives by herself, and Caleb dies because he's stuck in the freezer.
It's been an interesting night, wouldn't you agree? The cycle continues, for some at least. I have to admit, you've disappointed me, but not as much as you could have done. We're bonded now, you and I. And though the full moon will come again, and the curse remains, this night is over. Don't worry. I'll never forget what you did here. But don't you dare ever step foot in Hackett's Quarry again. If I see you poking your nose where it doesn't belong, I will never stop haunting you. Wherever you go, I'll be right behind you. The breath on your neck, always just out of sight. If you ever come back, I will haunt you until the day you die.
Come follow me into a place where the fear is gone and the worries fade away. 'Cause it's a brand new day. I've got you and you got me. The sun is bright.
Hey, there we go. That's the final gold trophy for making sure Kaitlyn's the only one that survives. So, after all this happens and the credits are done, we will go and do the Ryan ending. I think the other thing that should change here is just Kaitlyn survived and that she killed Caleb in a certain way, so we'll worry about that when we get to that. But this is like the death montage that they do, which...
You wished for. Baby, can't you feel that this love is oh so real? Come follow me into a place where the fear is gone and the worries fade away. 'Cause it's a brand new day. Whoa, I've got you and you got me. The sun is bright and the air is free, so let's go. Throw the map out the window. You got me and I got you. That's all we need, 'cause all we're gonna do is be young and love and free.
Yeah, so pretty much the way this is going to work is the same way. I don't think there's going to be any special ending with Ryan, but everyone's going to die exactly the same way. They're just going to make sure that Ryan survives, which might change a couple of things. Did it again. Jacob's head just moves when that's some sort of glitch, I'm guessing. I don't know what the hell happened there. That was just really weird. For some reason that always happens. I just noticed that again. Jacob seconds and then he just reanimates for a couple of seconds and then it just goes back to normal. Kaitlyn survived by luring Caleb into the freezer using the lost rabbit toy left by Abi. Caleb's werewolf infection protected him from the cold of the freezer, so he's still infected.
Bodies pile up after summer camp massacre. What do you make of that, Anton?
Kind of a gross way to put it, no? Why make a pile?
I think it's metaphorical. At least, I hope it's metaphorical.
I thought we'd done the whole Hackett's Quarry thing.
Not this Hackett's Quarry thing.
What was this, like 3 months ago? Old news, dude.
Anton, introductions first. We are Bizarre Yet Bonafide, the
Quickly
podcast
looking
of the
through this, it's going to
paranormal.
be
I'm Grace.
And I'm
similar, I
Anton.
think.
And together, we explore the
I guess we'll just wait for the credits to roll in case something else comes up, and then we'll go and move on to the next.
Everyday occurrences.
And that's exactly what they are. Real-life, everyday occurrences.
With a shadow of spiritual, supernatural occurrences.
No.
Okay, so I hope you've got hat insurance, Anton, because I'm about to blow your mind.
Did you just ask if I had hat insurance?
Yes, it's responsible to insure those things which mean the most to you.
A hat.
Yes.
Okay, I know where your priorities lie. Go on.
Anyway, there actually is a real reason that we're coming back to Hackett's Quarry. There've been some developments, and I've sourced some information.
I remain skeptical, but I'm all ears. Under my hat.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Oh God, why? Why are you smiling? Stop it, I hate it.
Why? I had braces. I have to make use of them sometimes.
You do have very pretty teeth.
Thank you. That's something that a lot of podcast listeners might not know about me. So, it just so happens I've got someone on the inside. So today's episode is going to have a bit of a show and tell vibe to it.
Who do you know on the inside? The inside of where?
What?
You know someone on the inside?
Don't we all have someone on the inside? You know, an inner critic that says, stop doing a podcast. No one's listening.
You should listen to that voice, Grace.
Okay, well, what I really meant is, let's call it an anonymous donation. You know, we're not the only ones who flagged this as a bizarre situation. Someone actually reached out to us. They sent us a package.
Did you didn't open it? I don't trust anyone who listens to this show.
Oh, I couldn't wait to open it. Surprise!
Anonymous donation?
Okay, you've always promised me since day one of this podcast that if you could see true evidence, you will consider all options, right? Did you not say that?
I did say that, yes.
I mean, I know
knowing for a fact that we would never see any evidence, I did say that.
Okay, well, we've been sent information and we need to decide whether it's bizarre or bona fide.
Okay, fine. Let's do this. For anyone listening at home, we are about to open a package from a mysterious person who listens to this show. If you are the one who sent us whatever it is, congrats, you got us.
Sorry, the tape is just really, there's just so much tape on the package. Sorry, can you help me with this? Do you have like a key I could like slice at it with?
No, I don't want you to dull my key. Just use your fingers.
But just give me your fucking key, Anton.
No.
Give me your fucking key.
No. Get your own key.
It's not like you lock your door.
Of course I lock my door.
What are you hiding?
What am I hiding? Do you not lock your doors?
No, I have nothing to hide.
You think that ghosts are real, but you don't lock your doors?
No, ghosts couldn't open my doors. They could walk through my walls, Anton.
Okay, you need to be more concerned with murderers.
So, remember those missing hikers?
You haven't stopped talking about
I
them,
know
so
this is
yes.
early on into the
Well,
stream,
I wanted
but,
to keep them fresh in your brain because
I mean,
my
I'll probably still
sources
be here,
tell
but-
me that their backpacks were found at
I think the
the
credits are
summer
about
camp.
20,
Whoa,
25
wait, for
minutes,
real?
so
Yes.
there won't be any more
Allegedly.
content for things.
Allegedly,
Yes,
of course. That is the grace
And obviously
language
they'll be
we've
the same
come
thing
to
when we
know
do the
and
other stuff
love.
as well, but,
Allegedly, apparently,
this one,
supposedly.
I'll play
Nothing's
this
ever
gonna be longer
concrete, is
because
it? These could be anyone's
Chapter 9
bags.
again, which Chapter 9 is a
I'm human with
longish
free will, and so I
thing.
choose to
Again,
believe
most
that
characters.
these two
I think the one thing that
particular hiking
I'm
bags
frustrated with in
belong
this
to
game
our
is
two missing
some of these
hikers.
characters just have
I'm
plot
pretty
armor
sure
where they
you
just
have
will
one of
not
these
die
bags.
until like
I've seen you carry it around.
I'm pretty
Those
sure
hunters
Ryan
are
will
drawn
not.
to a
Ryan
certain
cannot
aesthetic,
die
and
until
I can't
after you've
help
done the
but
secret
appreciate-
quest.
yes, I
There's
do
nowhere
think
that
it's
I
a very
found that you
fashionable
kill him any
way.
I
earlier.
will say that people
Same
can pick
thing
you
with
out as a
Laura.
ghost
She
hunter
can't
from
die
a
any
mile
earlier
away.
than that.
Thank
No
you.
matter what
Wasn't a
I've done.
compliment.
Oh.
Max can only
So,
Max. You know,
we've got
Max
to talk
is like
a little
chapter 10
more
only.
about the Hackett family.
Caitlyn is
Right,
chapter 10
so
only.
these
So
guys
you're
are like
looking at
the
nearly half the
heritage
playable
landowners, right?
characters.
Yep.
Nearly half the playable characters cannot die until like the very end of the
Great-great-grandparents
game.
were
So
trappers who claimed
it's
the
even
land
worse
way
than
back
say
when.
like
They just claimed it?
Yes, they
Until
did.
Dawn, where
They
Until
put
Dawn
their
only 2
flag
characters
on
were
it,
like
just
that,
like
but at
the
least they were the
man
main
did.
2 characters.
The Hackett family flag, right.
I don't even know what they consider the main characters in this
Apparently,
game.
when
I
they
assume it's
claimed
Laura.
it, they
Laura would be
found
considered the main
quartzite.
character, but
Quartzite?
Okay, I was hoping you would ask. Fun fact.
I just don't
every
understand
building
why
in
they,
the whole of New
some of
York
these
is
characters
made
have
of
limited,
quartzite.
That's not fun or effect.
Most of them are, but I digest.
Digress?
It was a pun. They dug the quarry and hit great heights of success before Septimus Hackett, classic bad guy name, the 7th son of the trappers, the number 7, has great supernatural powers, closed the mine down.
Okay, so then they only had the land to live off.
Yes, you say only, but this land actually spans acres. That's a lot of forest, a lot of unexplored darkness.
Ooh, okay, a great place to hide, to have all these dark secrets for this strange, reclusive family.
And this is where we start to get a little more into paranormal territory.
Okay, here we go.
Acres and acres of haunted woods.
If you say so.
Next, we have this empty vial thing.
Okay, the way you say empty vial makes me think that there was something creepy in there before.
Well, it's not half full, you little optimist, okay? We've got a photo from whoever my supernatural fairy godmother may be, but what are your initial thoughts?
Your godmother sends you vials full of this. I mean, it looks like there could have been blood in here.
My fairy godmother, not my actual godmother. She's estranged.
My God, what did she do?
It's actually what I did. But the important thing is, look at this vial and tell me it does not scream nefarious ritual.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it could have had blood in it.
Yeah, something about this doesn't look like anything normal.
Yeah, well, it's a vial full of fucking blood.
So, what do you think?
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I was expecting more, I guess.
Why do people always say that to me?
It'll be carved on your gravestone when you die.
So dark.
I know.
Well, this is what we got. We gotta try and throw all the evidence together. Time to ink up our brain pens and
Ink
draw
up our
some
brain pens? Disgusting.
You've never heard that phrase? It's a classic phrase.
A classic phrase. Who said it first?
Leave me alone. I'm tired.
So, that it?
What?
No more cute photos to show?
No, just the one. They only sent this. Whoever they may be.
I think we're being played.
Well...
Yeah, I'm out. This is nowhere near bona fide in my book.
What? Quality over quantity.
But
only one, but very convincing.
Right, but shouldn't it be both? And with no way to verify who your source is, a teenager who is bullying you, it doesn't matter how many pieces of evidence are dug up.
Fine. Fine. I suppose you win.
Hey, chin up. The integrity of this podcast relies on my cynicism. Think of it as quality control.
All right. Well, I wouldn't have it any other way.
And hey, I'm not saying that whatever happened wasn't weird, but I just can't honestly say anything else about it.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Hackett's Quarry summer camp remains shrouded in mystery because my friend Anton here, and we are just friends to everyone asking about our natural chemistry in the comments. As usual, Anton cannot be convinced. I hope you had fun anyways, and don't worry, we're always on the hunt for supernatural occurrences.
Or natural occurrences.
Supernatural occurrences. We're actually more interested in super, because super is better than nothing, in the hope that one day we will prove one as bizarre yet bona fide. For now, though, I guess some things are better left in the dark. The only people who will ever know the truth are those who experience these things. As for us, we're just happy you're listening. Thank you, and see you next time, bona fiders.
You gotta stop calling them that.
I actually just realized though I haven't changed the tags. I can quickly do that now though. Those tags are not relevant. Oh, one of the tags isn't. So I'll just I just realized that I can just quickly like do this. I only needed one of them there. I don't need to put anything else there. That should be fine though. The title is fine. Just the other stuff also. I actually only just realized that there's nothing special I really need to put here. It's not. It's just certain endings and things. So. Okay, I don't know why they keep telling me about the Death Rewind feature. I'm not enabling it. Okay, so now we'll sync this trophy up. How long did this take, by the way? Let's actually... It's at 20... Okay, so the credits are about 20-25 minutes each time. So we're coming very close to the platinum here. Yep, so right now we... Why haven't I got this trophy yet? I haven't got this trophy yet, that's interesting. Because Laura's killed... Oh. Travis, sorry man. Travis killed Laura, I haven't got Laura to kill Travis yet. That's interesting. So yeah, now we just... I actually have to check something there now. I don't know if I made a mistake. Okay, so now we're going to do... Chapter select again. And this time we start from chapter 9. We start from chapter 9.
Have you been there before?
The scrapyard? Nah. Just seen the sign on my way to camp.
What if we just, like, walk to the main road?
This isn't the main road?
No, this is all Hackett property. The main road is another mile that way. Wait, how do I know so much more about everything than you do?
Wait, shut up. So basically, it's another hour walk to the main road, and then at least another 3 to 4 hour walk until we hit the nearest... whatever.
Oh right, I just realized this now. So...
What was that?
If you choose not to shoot Monster Chris...
Okay.
That's how you get this trophy. If you choose not to shoot Monster Chris, then the curse isn't lifted and she stays in monster form and kills her. So we haven't actually got that yet, I'm surprised.
What? You're gonna look great with a hook. We can call you... Hooky McHookface.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty unique. I could get different attachments for it.
Yeah, man. Lean into it. One hell of a story, too.
Yeah, I guess it's something to talk about on the radio station.
I guess I just realized that we haven't actually done that yet where we don't shoot Chris, because we've had to shoot Chris every single time. But this stuff will play out the same.
I'm gonna need a little me time. Figure out the new Dylan before anything.
New and improved Dylan.
Dylan 2.0.
Oh, well shit, now I want to be Kaitlyn 2.0.
Hey, find me something sharp enough at the scrapyard and we can make that happen.
Oh, well now's your chance, buddy. We're here.
Oh shit.
Relax, it's motion sensor. We're okay. I think.
Oh look, steampunk's back in.
Ew, come on, this way. Put me down!
Easy, Ma.
Put me down, you witch! Blow your fucking head up!
That just means in our, I think that just means in our infected playthrough we will,
relax.
Can't shoot.
We only need characters to be infected, so I think by that point we can just, have them kill each other. It's just not even mentioned in the guide how to get this either. Well, it is mentioned, it's not mentioned in so.
Gotcha. No pay for what you did to my Kaylee.
Get the fuck off of me!
You ain't hurting us anymore. You are done.
Everybody stop!
Murderous bitch.
Ma, shut the fuck up!
That ain't no way to be talking to your mother.
Yes, sir.
Put me down, asshole! What the hell is going on up here?
We ain't keeping them safe anymore, Bobby. Not after what they did to our Kaylee. What the fuck is she doing? Hey, little bitch. You're singing off key.
Ryan, run! He took my knife.
She was annoying the shit out of me.
Wait 1 second, is that... Did we just kill Laura? Did Laura just die there? Did I just find an alternate way for Laura to die? Is Laura dead? I think... Did Laura just die there? She got shot. I don't know if...
Okay.
I've never seen that before. I did not know that she could die there. We don't want to pull the knife here, but we might have to restart chapter 9 because Laura is not supposed to die there. We need her alive. We need Laura alive. I did not realize you could kill Laura right there. That is very interesting. I'm going to go and check to see if Laura does not...
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
We don't want to pull the knife because of the thing. It didn't say path chosen, so that makes me think that she's still alive, but she got shot by Constance there. And I think she got shot in the head, so I'm going to check my paths. That's never happened before. That's fine. Did Laura just did Laura just die here? It's not showing she's died. None of the things here are showing that she's died, so I'm gonna assume she has not died, so the run continues. Because if she dies there, that would actually make things a hell of a lot faster. After having realized this. So yeah, let's see what's next. I'm a bit concerned. I don't know if Laura is still alive. I guess we'll find out. I don't think she can just die from a bullet to the head, because it's not enough to think, so... Alright, well we need to do a few things here, potentially. But we need to make sure here that we do certain things, because if Bobby takes the knife away from us, we're going to, that's bad. Because we need to stab Bobby in this section. But I'm actually curious now if Laura died there, because if she did, then that means we're not going to be able to, we have to restart here. We need to be successful with this QTE here.
You can't hide from me in my own house, fucker!
We needed to do that because if he came in and pulled the knife from us, that would
What the?
Okay, so Laura is not a... Okay, so Laura did not die. She did get shot by Constance there, though, which I've never seen that before. Okay, this is different. I have not been in this area before, so, I don't remember being in this area when I, No, this is a completely different area. Yeah, this is a completely different area. What's... I have not been... I wonder how many people have seen this. I don't know if this is faster or not, but we were shot, but where are we supposed to go? Because yeah, this is definitely I don't remember this happening in the game. They left us there though, which is strange. This is a different area that, yeah, so they just shot us and then left us there, so I wonder, that's the first time I've seen this area, if this is relevant to something. I'm not even finding any collectibles in this area. I don't know if this is faster or not. I didn't know that was what I just did was possible. This is a bathroom. This is definitely different to very dark though. I'm actually just curious now about this actual section because I haven't even seen. I've never seen this before. This is the area. I know when we open that door, if we're getting chased by Jedediah, he appears here. But because we've been shot and left there, that didn't actually happen. So. And this area, we would have been shot. We would have been shot originally here. Okay, hang on a second. Did the game just crash? Yeah, the game just straight up crashed. The game just crashed here, so I will restart the thing here. I'm gonna I'll try and reboot remote play and see if that's the problem. Otherwise, it could be the actual system itself. But it doesn't look like it's remote play. It actually was remote play then. Alright, let's just try it again. let's fix this problem. And controller disconnected somehow. Alright, we're back. So we haven't lost anything because... We're back because apparently the controller disconnected somehow. We're still in the hallway that normally we wouldn't be in. And I can tell you it's not... I don't know what happened there. It said the controller disconnected, and then it said remote player disconnected as well. So I think that's because remote player is connected to the controller. But the good news is that getting the upgraded connection has made it so that the microwave does not pick up on stuffing anything up. So I think everything's good. I wonder how many other people have found this, because okay, so it's just a... Okay, so that actually... Okay, that's actually bad, then. That actually makes it really long, because, this would normally be where you start if you weren't shot, and now you just brought back to... Okay, so that's the issue. That's what happens. So that actually just makes things longer, because you just go all the way through the house, and then now you're back to doing all of this anyway. Alright, well, we're not going to bother picking up any of the tarot cards. We don't need them. So this should still be the same.
Howdy, darling. I thought you were shot.
I got better.
She's infected.
Well, they did shoot her in the head, that's why.
Oh, you're gonna shoot me again? That worked so well for you last time.
Yeah. Hey. I might not have enough silver to kill you, but I could sure make you suffer.
Okay, well, let's just fail these again, because I want to see what happens. I thought something was going to be a little bit different, but again, I think the games play it exactly the same way. Like, Laura has plot armor, she can't die in certain places. I was thinking she could have died, but I guess that makes sense. We didn't get a path chosen for that.
Travis, get your ass up here. We need silver for this one. Travis? Where the hell is he?
Okay, you failed the QTE and she still pulls the knife out, so why is there a QTE here? That's one thing that I don't understand. There's certain QTEs here that happen, and then she doesn't...
Don't let her run, Jed. Cut her down! She can see in the dark. She's one of them.
Where are you?
I'm gonna enjoy watching you die, girl.
Hey! Everybody fucking stop right now!
Take her head off, Travis. She's bit.
Yeah, fill her with silver, son.
Wait!
Shoot him!
I was thinking it was going to be something different, but no, it's just a lengthened sequence.
Too pleasant for you, I promise you that.
Bobby always catches us here, but this is the point in time where we have to stab Bobby. I'm also wondering if Constance can die in other places, but I'm not sure if we'll find that out. He always catches us here, so we may as well just, there's no point in, like, trying to hide here, because he's gonna always catch us no matter what we do.
Yo, come on, man. You gotta help me.
I do?
Yeah, I promise. I won't tell anyone anything.
No, man. Family first. Besides, I'll get in trouble.
Alright, we choose to stop here. If we don't choose to stab here, Bobby will kill us.
Hurts, don't it?
I ain't never been stabbed before.
Leave me alone.
Ow, it really hurts. Dad!
So I think in the infected playthrough, what I'll do is, because we're only aiming to get everyone infected, at that point I will choose not to shoot Chris there, which will get other things out of the way.
Oh, you know, nothing out of the ordinary.
Because we can't do that in the combat encounter one, because we have to be successful in every combat encounter, so if that's the case, we need to do that. Although I think there's a way around that, we can just cheat, not cheat,
That bad, huh?
I keep trying to fix it. Whatever this is, people keep getting hurt. First Max, now you.
Alright, we need to make sure that Ryan gets bitten here, so just pick the options that will
I shouldn't have let you go.
always be sympathetic. Well, actually I don't think that matters, but if we have the option to get the bite, then we always do it. We have to do it here.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Because we're trying to get Ryan to be the only one alive.
Am I dying?
You've lost a lot of blood.
But it'll heal though, right?
Wait. Maybe it will.
What?
Ryan, if you let me bite you...
What?
If you let me bite you, it means you'll be infected. Which means...
Which means it will heal.
Yeah. But it also means...
Yeah, I got it, Big Bad Wolf.
Ryan, I don't have much time. I can feel it like it's fighting to get out. If you let me bite you and you heal, then
I have to kill Chris.
It's not killing Chris, it's killing a werewolf. It's saving your own life. And mine. And Max's and your friends, too.
Let you bite me. And live to kill Chris Hackett. Or bleed out and die.
Pretty much, yeah. It's your call. For now. So we doing this or no?
do it.
Okay.
Nice and tender for you. Okay.
You should start to feel better soon, I guess. Fuck. We gotta go. You got it.
Okay, so the stuff here with Dylan and Kaitlyn will also just play out the same. Of course, we have to make sure we kill Dylan here. That's all that really changes.
So, do you want to give me some direction on what
though.
we're looking for specifically?
Well, most of these cars look like they've already been stripped for parts. Just
But when it comes to the infected playthrough, we can probably keep some of the characters alive just to see what happens.
Okay,
Because
so we're looking
Dylan has never been infected and stayed infected.
intact.
So I'm thinking that we just think.
Are we gonna end up in a documentary?
No. Shut up. Come on, let's go.
Sorry, that was scary. That's so annoying.
We are being hunted by literal monsters, and this is what bothers you?
Yeah, both are bad.
that's the first time I actually found the alternate way of going, and I don't know why I did it, because it's like, I just noticed that myself, and it's like, oh, that's
So, you ever operated a crane before?
I actually used to be pretty good at the claw game at my local arcade. The kids used to call me the grabber.
Nope,
Oh, I hear that now.
Look, why don't you see if you can lower it down so I can take a look under the hood?
Do you mind if I take a little protection?
I kind of feel like I'm more exposed down here.
Yeah, but you know, you're tougher.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
If anything comes at us, I'll take him out. I'm a better shot anyway.
Look, I really don't want to go up there unarmed. Oh, very funny.
Look, I'm not giving you a weapon in your state. End of discussion.
Alright. Looks like somebody's mom never taught them how to clean up after themselves. Okay, let's see what we're working with. Alright, not too complicated. Back grabber.
Now you're falling away.
What the hell is going on?
My bad. Ah, shit. Okay. Alright. Here goes nothing.
You did it!
Yeah, I think I found my calling.
About time! Well, maybe we can see if we can try and get this thing running. Score!
There's something coming!
getting through there in a hurry? Man, this place is huge.
Mine needs a rest a bit.
You'll feel better soon.
Cool.
I'm feeling pretty good, actually.
What are you doing? Stop it.
Do you smell that?
No.
Never mind. Let's just find another way down. A way to Chris Hackett.
Or just a way out, maybe. I'm done being chased and stabbed.
Sure. And another way out. Fine. Watch your step.
Yep. What was that?
I think we found Chris Hackett. Son of a bitch.
So the events here will still play out the same. We need to shoot Chris here. The only difference is that, the difference here is that Bobby will die because of, Bobby will die because we stabbed him. We need to still shoot Chris. Okay, Constance dies here, so that's... I have not seen this death. I think this also means... Okay, so Jedediah dies as well. So Chris just goes on a complete rant. This is the first time I've seen this, so... Alright, we need to shoot Chris. So pretty much if anyone is survived... Okay, so that means Constance and Jedediah will... If Chris is able to... If Bobby can't defend them... If Bobby can't defend them, that means Jedediah and Constance will die. Alright, now we want this to happen. So Bobby has to kill... Bobby dies, and then obviously Constance and Jedediah die because Bobby can't protect them. We shoot Chris. And then Travis will kill Laura. Now, last time we had Travis kill Ryan here to get the old deaths. But we want Ryan to be the last one to survive, so we need to make sure we pick the aggressive option.
Okay. Bring it on, motherfucker, you crocked-ass cop piece of shit. I'm not scared of you, come on!
And then we need to pass this QTE. Pass this QTE to grab the shotgun and then shoot Travis. Failing that QTE there means that Travis gets the gun and then he shoots and kills us, so... And because Ryan's been bitten, because Ryan's been bitten, that essentially is it. So, that actually is it for the entire.
Welcome back.
That's actually it for the playthrough, because obviously all the rest of the stuff we saw, it's essentially just killing Max and
more vermin have
Kaitlyn
been
again.
stamped out. A few stragglers remain, but there's still time. So, then, what more has been found? Shall we take a look? That was your last chance. I can't help you anymore. You're on your own.
Pretty much what happens there is, because we stabbed Bobby with the knife, Bobby can't defend himself and he dies against the thing. While we're still trying to figure out what's going on, Chris kills Constance and Jedediah there. And then after that happens, we shoot Chris, and then Laura transforms back, Travis kills Laura because of the thing, and then we kill Travis because we won the QTE there. I don't know what happens if we fail the shooting QTE there.
What the fuck? Why am I on top of a fucking tree? Laura!
So this will play it exactly like what happened with the previous time, so Max will die the same way, and then Kaitlyn we're just not going to do anything with her.
Asked and answered.
So this will at least be a 2-hour stream. I was correct in saying that if I just did the Kaitlyn and Ryan things, it would be less than 2 hours. Or would it only just reach that? Because there's just not much left to go. We know the credits go less than 25 minutes, so...
Oh, yeah.
They're definitely not going to, it should be... It would have been less than 2 hours. And, like, even I had to even fix that one problem and pause it for a slight bit, so... This is a good point, though, so once we get the podcast and that listened to, then at that point we're done with the Quarry for this playthrough. So we can go do another game. We can do the Shifu thing, I promised.
You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Gotta find Laura.
Alright, well, first of all, we'll check the paths, because we actually did get some new things that happened here. That's the same. There was something else that we got that was... What's the different thing? Ah, here it is. Just Ryan shot Travis. I like how that's the picture that they use, because it's not even a death picture. I still don't know why it says on there that Kaitlyn abandoned Dylan. She didn't really abandon him. Bobby was weakened, couldn't defend himself, yeah. Ryan's wounds healed and he was able to survive the night. Okay, so they have officially basically told us that Ryan survived.
Oh, fuck!
That means I think it's faster to make sure that you don't cure Max of the infection, because if you cure him of the infection, it's just going to, and you have to play as him, you know? And then if Emma died... Unless, of course, she dies in another spot, that might be something else. I was just about to go the wrong way again. Actually, no, this is the wrong way. This is the way we were supposed to go. We're supposed to head away from Emma's body. I mean, I know why they did it, but I just like how after someone has transformed, it's like that all they have left is their underwear, and it's like, so they have the Incredible Hulk's technology that allows for his pants to never be completely torn off. Because all that stuff will, at least in the comics and stuff like that, they actually do explain that he has like special like pants that allow for that not to happen. But like, what do you do when you explain it here? It's like, I know why they do it, obviously, but it still makes no real sense, does it? They have these people transforming, and then they all happen to have underwear on that survives.
Okay. This better have a great fucking ending.
Also, how that werewolf kills Emma in like the 4th chapter, how does she not have like damage to her body or like her clothes torn off or something like this? They should have added the Death Rewind feature as part of the actual game from the start. Because it's like, it feels so pointless to do it now when you've already completed the game the first time. And again, they give you 3 lives. They give you 3 lives, which is generous, considering if we had the Death Rewind feature and we had to use it, we would have either used it up and never been able to save character, or we only would have had 2 instances. We would have already wasted 2 instances of it by saving 2 characters because of QTEs.
Okay.
So I feel like it's generous for someone going in.
These fuckers know you're in here. They're coming back first chance they get. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Okay. I need to get to a vantage point.
Actually makes me wonder why they decided to have it be Ryan and Kaitlyn as the final ones that they wanted you to keep alive.
How long has this guy been here?
Alright, so we've initiated the attack here. This is pretty much the end point again.
Showtime, motherfuckers.
What the?
So we choose white here. It's the quickest option of the 3 to get us to die.
It's been an interesting night, wouldn't you agree? The cycle continues, for some at least. I have to admit, you've disappointed me, but not as much as you could have done. We're bonded now, you and I. And though the full moon will come again, and the curse remains, this night is over. Don't worry. I'll never forget what you did here. But don't you dare ever step foot in Hackett's Quarry again. If I see you poking your nose where it doesn't belong, I will never stop haunting you. Wherever you go, I'll be right behind you. The breath on your neck, always just out of sight. If you ever come back, I will haunt you until the day you die.
Come follow me into a place where the fear is gone and the worries fade away.
I must say, I did like the music though. Okay, so Last Man Standing, that's the trophy we were looking for there. So I've done both ending trophies to get Kaitlyn and Ryan to be the only people to survive. Obviously the next playthrough we do here will be everyone infected. Only 3 more playthroughs left to go, which I say only 3 more playthroughs, but that's still a lot considering we have all infected playthrough plus getting the remaining collectibles that we missed. We then have to do movie mode. Well, we don't have to do a movie mode one, but I want to do a movie mode one. And then we have to do the all combat encounters to make sure we succeed all of those, which can be done as an anything playthrough. So Ryan managed to keep hold of the gun and shot Travis. His werewolf curse was lifted when he killed Chris. After he stabbed Laura to death, Travis was killed by Ryan. Jedediah was massacred by his werewolf son, Chris. Mantis was killed by her son, Chris, and werewolf. Oh, I did it again. That's okay. There must just be a graphical glitch here that Jacob's head starts turning and it just looks really stupid. Someone just, I guess, forgot to tell the model to be still. I guess I don't know what the term is. Being still doesn't make any sense. It should have been positioned better. For some reason, it was not. But the load times in this game are definitely weird. Like, why is there a load time here showing the thing? It should all be a seamless sequence. Like, maybe it's because I'm on the PS4, but it just seems really weird to have load times in certain areas. Like, the load times are so bad here that the music that is supposed to be playing isn't playing throughout the whole of these cutscenes here. And honestly, I've noticed it's been getting worse each playthrough I do.
Bodies pile up after summer camp massacre. What do you make of that, Anton?
Alright, so pretty much...
Why are they putting the bodies in a
since
pile?
this playthrough is over,
respectfully bury them.
Well, at one point, the way
have
to
the
respectfully
podcast left to listen to, because then otherwise it's a full playthrough of everything again.
And set it on
And
fire
we need to
called
do
a
different
pyre.
chapter select for
What does pyre mean if
the
not
infected
a
playthrough, and that's
pyre?
like that's gonna be its own separate
Anyways,
playthrough.
I'm pretty
it's a full
sure that
playthrough
the
as it is.
pile they reference is metaphorical, and I'm
And
pretty
I want to space the game there. Like the reason why I did these two here is because
that would be
these
shoddy detective
chapter
work.
select playthroughs were spawned
I thought
through
we'd done the whole Hackett's Quarry
from
thing.
Not this
previous
Quarry
playthrough,
thing.
What
as
was
opposed
this,
to the
like 3
infected
months
playthrough,
ago?
which is going
Old news,
to
dude.
erase pretty much everything that we've done.
Introductions first.
Yeah.
We are
And we need
Bizarre
certain things
Yet
to happen in
Bonafide, the podcast
infected
of the
playthroughs,
paranormal.
so that's why I'm
Grace.
And I'm Anton.
And
Just in case something
together,
goes wrong.
we explore the possibility of supernatural involvement in real life, everyday occurrences.
And that's exactly what they are. Real-life, everyday occurrences.
With a shadow of spiritual, supernatural occurrences.
No.
Okay, so I hope you've got hat insurance, Anton, because I'm about to blow your mind.
Did you just ask if I had hat insurance?
Yes, it's responsible to insure those things which mean the
Yeah,
most.
apart from that,
A
like,
hat.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
I know where your
that's-
priorities lie. Go on.
I don't think there's really anything
Anyway,
else that.
There
Like, this is another, like,
actually is a
25
real reason
minute
that we're coming
break
back
segment.
to Hackett's Quarry. There
You want to
have
get
been
up and do
some
something, but I mean, I'll probably still be here, but
and I've sourced some information.
I remain skeptical,
yeah.
but I'm all ears. Under my hat.
So I already discussed the
I
plans
was
that we were
hoping
doing
you'd
for
say
the
that.
next.
Oh God, why? Why are you
stream,
smiling? Stop it! I hate
Once
it.
we get
Sorry,
past,
I have
like,
braces.
once
I
we
have
get
to
to, I
make
think
use
once
of
we get to
them
the point with the
sometimes.
quarry, it's like I'm going to be doing.
Thank you. That's something that a lot of podcasts
In between that, it's like I'll have different things that I can do at least.
So, it just so happens I've got someone on the inside. So, today's episode is going to have a bit of a show and tell vibe to it.
Who do you know on the inside? The inside of where?
What?
You know someone on the inside?
Don't we all have someone on the inside? You know, an inner critic that says, stop doing a podcast. No one's listening.
You should listen to that voice, Grace.
Okay, well, what I really meant is, let's call it an anonymous donation.
Yeah, so I guess
You know, we're not
this is
the
an order
only
of
ones who flagged
order of
this
appearance,
as
I guess,
a
'cause
bizarre situation.
I'm looking at some of the
Someone
actors
actually
and
reached
stuff.
out to us. They sent us a package.
Did you didn't open it? I don't trust anyone who listens to this show.
Oh, I couldn't wait to open it. Surprise!
Anonymous donation?
Okay, you've always promised me since day one of this podcast that if you could see true evidence, you will consider all options, right? Did you not say that?
I did say that, yes.
I mean, I know you-
Knowing for a fact that we would never see any evidence, I did say that.
Okay, well, we've been sent information and we need to decide whether it's bizarre or bonafide.
Okay, fine. Let's do this. For anyone listening at home, we are about to open a package from a mysterious person who listens to this show. If you are the one who sent us whatever it is, congrats, you got us.
Sorry, the tape is just really, there's just so much tape on the package. Sorry, can you help me with this? Do you have like a key I could like slice at it with?
No, I don't want you to dull my key. Just use your fingers.
But just give me your fucking key, Anton.
No.
Give me your fucking key.
No. Get your own key.
It's not like you lock your door.
Of course I lock my door.
What are you hiding?
What am I hiding? Do you not lock your doors?
No, I have nothing to hide.
You think that ghosts are real, but you don't lock your doors?
No, ghosts couldn't open my doors. They could walk through my walls, Anton.
Okay, you need to be more concerned with murderers.
So, remember those missing hikers?
You haven't stopped talking about them, so yes.
Well, I wanted to keep them fresh in your brain because my sources tell me that their backpacks were found at the summer camp.
Whoa, wait, for real?
Yes, allegedly.
Allegedly,
Yes,
of course. That is the Grace language we have come to know and love. Allegedly, apparently, supposedly. Nothing is ever concrete, is it? These could be anyone's bags.
Yes, well, I am a human with free will, and so I choose to believe that these two particular hiking bags belong to our two missing hikers.
I'm pretty sure you have one of these bags. I've seen you carry it around.
Ghost hunters are drawn to a certain aesthetic, and I can't help but appreciate, yes, I do think that these are very fashionable bags.
I will say that people can pick you out as a ghost hunter from a mile away.
Thank you.
Wasn't a compliment.
Oh. So, we've got to talk a little more about the Hackett family.
Right, so these guys are like the heritage landowners, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Their great-great-great-grandparents were trappers who claimed the land way back when.
They just claimed it?
Yes, they did. They put their flag on it just like the man on the moon.
The Hackett family flag, right.
Well, apparently when they claimed it, they found quartzite.
Quartzite?
Okay, I was hoping you would ask. Fun fact, every building in the whole of New York is made of quartzite.
That's not fun or a fact.
Most of them are. But I digest.
Digress?
It was a pun. They dug the quarry and hit great heights of success before Septimus Hackett, classic bad guy name, the seventh son of the trappers, the number 7, has great supernatural powers, closed the mine down.
Okay, so then they only had the land to live off.
Yes, you say only, but this land actually spans acres. That's a lot of forest, a lot of unexplored darkness.
Ooh, okay, a great place to hide, to have all these dark secrets for this strange, reclusive family.
Mm-hmm. And this is where we start to get a little more into paranormal territory.
Okay, here we go.
Acres and acres of haunted woods.
If you say so.
Next, we have this empty vial thing.
Okay, the way you say empty vial makes me think that there was something creepy in there before.
Well, it's not half full, you little optimist, okay? We've got a photo from whoever my supernatural fairy godmother may be, but what are your initial thoughts?
Your godmother sends you vials full of this. I mean, it looks like there could have been blood in here.
My fairy godmother, not my actual godmother. She's estranged.
My God, what did she do?
It's actually what I did. But the important thing is, look at this vial and tell me it does not scream nefarious ritual.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it could have had blood in it.
Yeah, something about this doesn't look like anything normal.
Yeah, well, it's a vial full of fucking blood.
So? What do you think?
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I was expecting more, I guess.
Why do people always say that to me?
It'll be carved on your gravestone when you die.
So dark.
I know.
Well, this is what we got. We gotta try and throw all the evidence together. Time to ink up our brain pens and draw
our
some
brain pens? Disgusting.
You've never heard that phrase? It's a classic phrase.
A classic phrase. Who said it first?
Leave me alone. I'm tired.
So, that it?
What?
No more cute photos to show?
No, just the one. They only sent this. Whoever they may be.
I think we're being played.
Well...
Yeah, I'm out. This is nowhere near bona fide in my book.
What? Quality over quantity.
But
only one, but very convincing.
Right, but shouldn't it be both? And with no way to verify who your source is, a teenager who is bullying you, it doesn't matter how many pieces of evidence are dug up.
Fine. I suppose you win.
Hey, chin up. The integrity of this podcast relies on my cynicism. Think of it as quality control.
All right, well, I wouldn't have it any other way.
And hey, I'm not saying that whatever happened wasn't weird, but I just can't honestly say anything else about it.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Hackett's Quarry summer camp remains shrouded in mystery because my friend Anton here, and we are just friends to everyone asking about our natural chemistry in the comments. As usual, Anton cannot be convinced. I hope you had fun anyways, and don't worry, we're always on the hunt for supernatural occurrences.
Or natural occurrences.
Supernatural occurrences. We're actually more interested in super, because super is better than nothing, in the hope that one day we will prove one as bizarre yet bona fide. For now, though, I guess some things are better left in the dark. The only people who will ever know the truth are those who experience these things. As for us, we're just happy you're listening. Thank you, and see you next time, Bonafiders.
You gotta stop calling them that.
Okay, this is different. Connection to online services has been lost. This is... I don't think I've... Everything seems to be working fine here. That's strange. We also unlocked the Death Rewind feature again, guys. We've unlocked that all these other times. Oh. Okay, so now that we're done with that, sync the trophy up. Like this should be a good test. This will be a good test to see if the internet isn't working. No, it's working because it synced the trophy fine. We have not got very many trophies left though. So it's synced. But the last thing we'll do before we wrap things up is, so I was correct, it's less than 2 hours, but by the time I did the intro it would have been 2 hours. And also without the other problems it still would have been less, so it's still better for me to think. So let's listen to these podcasts and then, I don't know how long these are going to be though.
Welcome to Bizarre Yet Bonafide, the podcast of the paranormal.
So what's the deal? We recording?
Yes, I think so. Yes, got it. We are live, baby.
We are not live.
Welcome to the inaugural episode of Bizarre Yet Bonafide, the podcast of the paranormal, during which we take you down an untrodden path to the land of mindfuckery, leaving you wide-eyed and wondering, yet hopefully answering some questions along the way. I'm Grace. Anton?
Oh, I'm Anton.
And together, we hope to prove the involvement of supernatural phenomenon in real-world mysteries.
What? No, you hope to prove it. I'm just here to keep you on the straight and narrow, guiding you back to reality when you stray too far into the world of make-believe.
And after all, isn't that what friends are for?
No, friends generally go bowling and stuff, and they don't sit around making podcasts together. We're co-workers.
But if it weren't for us, who would investigate the weird happenings of the world?
I don't know, the FBI, also like 500 other podcasts.
Why should we leave everything to the FBI? Ask not what my country can do for me, Anton.
Okay,
It may have been the 50s, but it is advice that rings true today.
So this podcast is an act of patriotism now, is it?
Okay, so I originally thought that because this is our first episode, maybe we should ease our listeners in gently. But I found something, and it is bizarre.
Well, I may live to regret this, but the floor is yours.
What do you make of this? 6 teens in the woods, 1 dead body, and no remains.
A dead body's pretty big remain.
No, I mean, just listen. 6 teens head into this big wooded area that's supposed to be haunted, right? One of them wanders off and bam, walks squelch first into a dead body.
Okay, you say squelch first and you think I'm just gonna let that go.
And get this, they book it out of there, scared out of their skinny jeans, but when they return with the police, the body's gone. The dead woman's been taken.
Right, so I assume the cops saw drag marks in the dirt?
Nope, nothing.
So no body, no sign there ever was a body. Clearly the kids made it up.
You sound just like the cops, man. Or how I imagine they sounded anyway. Unfortunately, I wasn't there.
Unfortunately, you weren't there to be murdered?
No, to, have a little chit-chat with the cops. I just think I could have given them some perspective.
Oh, you're that person on the crime scene, like a serial killer returned. How do I know you didn't do this, Grace?
I'm just gonna say, Anton, if I see police tape, I might linger in case they need a bouncing board.
Okay, where did this happen? Where is there?
Upstate New York. Hackett Woods or something. I think there used to be a big quarry there, but now it's just acres and acres of privately owned land.
Okay, how about this for a theory? Kids were trespassing on privately owned land, so the owners called the cops. The kids made up some story about a dead body to take the heat off.
No way. The boy sounded really convincing.
Oh, okay, then it must be true. Also, how do you know he sounded convincing?
Well, this is how I found out. The boy from the woods posted a reaction video about seeing the dead body. He's freaked out, wants to know what the sweet hell is going on. He's only 15, Anton, and he's scared.
Grace, look at me and tell me you haven't been messaging teenagers on the internet.
Of course not. You have to become friends first
No.
to message them, and my friend request is pending. I need to solve this for him. This is the type of stuff that can mess you up as a kid.
Then tell him the truth. If there was a body, it was taken by a bear. End of discussion.
What kind of bear kills its prey, dicks off for a whole afternoon, then pops back and guzzles it whole?
Could have been 2 different bears.
So you're saying there was a bear accomplice? That's actually pretty interesting. This is the first rational thing you've said so far.
I'm calling it the Goldilocks defense. Okay, fine. If this woman didn't get eaten, what happened?
No, like I'm saying maybe she did get eaten, just not by any known creature.
Oh, brother.
Come on, open your mind. That's the whole point.
Look, Grace, I want to open my mind. I really do, but I'm gonna need help. My mind is guarded. It needs to be coaxed open with delicious evidence and facts.
Fine by me. I'll tempt that shy little mind of yours right open and slimed with my paranormal juices.
Has this gotten weird? This feels weird.
Definitely, but weird is the order of the day. So how about this? I'm going to contact the boy who posted the story and present undisputable evidence that something happened in those woods, and you present your mind to me, open and ready to be stuffed.
Ew. But, okay, I'm in.
Full pinky swear?
Full pinky swear, cross my heart times a billion. If you show me actual proper evidence, I will reconsider my cynicism. If this dead body thing is bizarre yet bona fide, I'll change my mind.
Sorry, can I just get one more pinky swear because it was so sweaty that it felt like it just slipped right out.
Okay, well, it was sweaty on your end,
like...
so me redoing it is not going to do anything. You need to wash your hands.
Okay, I think it should be clean now.
Okay, that was so fast, I don't trust that you properly washed it, but fine.
Oh, man, you just signed your life away. You know I'm not going to stop until I prove you wrong, don't you?
Well, then we'll be doing this podcast until the day we die.
Which might be sooner than we think with all the horrors lurking in the forests, cryptids, trolls, creepy shit like that.
You know, I think that's a great hook to leave our listeners dangling on, don't you?
Is that your polite way of saying you're done?
I can only take a certain amount of your imagination at once, Grace. It's kind of like radiation. Little doses at a time are fine, but anything more in my face might melt off.
That's, like, in a weird way, a compliment, I think.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, folks, thanks for listening. We'll have a lot more about the unexplained phenomenon of the world in episodes to come, but for now, I'm focusing on what happened to that woman in the woods, so we can say for certain whether it's bizarre yet bona fide or bizarre yet... Anton, what's the episode bona fide?
Bullshit.
Okay, that's a little strong, but you're a bitter, jaded soul, so I'll allow it.
Hey.
See you next time, folks! So at this point, Anton, I'm going to put in some sort of spooky music.
Okay.
How was that? Cool, right? I'm totally proving you wrong, by the way, dude. You're going to eat your words.
Grace, you have to hit stop on the thing, otherwise we're still recording.
Oh, shoot. This one?
No, here, look. No, here, look. Let me do it.
Ah, it's cool, man. We can edit it out in post.
Welcome to Bizarre Yet Bonafide, the podcast of the paranormal.
Welcome to the latest episode of Bizarre Yet Bonafide. If you're here, it means that you, too, wish to delve into the unexplained mysteries that pierce our understanding of the world and maybe, just maybe, discover the devastating truth behind them.
Welcome one and all to our devastatingly unpopular podcast.
You're in a good mood.
I just enjoyed your dramatic opening.
Don't be gross, Anton.
What the hell? That doesn't even make sense.
So, last week we explored a report of a dead body in the woods, found by some kid who was underage drinking with his buddies.
Firstly, false report. And second, you don't know they were underage drinking. That's libel.
Oh, come on. How did you spend your nights when you were 15?
Playing video games with a glass of warm milk, if you must know.
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
Shut up.
And, by the way, we don't know it was false. We just know that the body he claimed to see was gone by the time he returned with the police.
I remember, yeah. Pretty sus. Pretty sus indeed.
Well, guess what? I reached out to that kid.
Disclaimer, we do not condone stalking minors online, like at all.
He's adamant he saw a body. Listen to the message he sent. I remember the smell. It was kind of sweet, but like in a bad way. I was super freaked out and just ran back to the others. When I showed the cops where I found it, the body was gone. They said I was lucky they didn't book me for time wasting. It got me real worried because my girlfriend's going to summer camp around the same area, and if there's something killing people out there, I don't think she should go.
Do I need to remind you of the boy who cried wolf?
Notice the way he phrased it. Something out there. And I'm not talking wolves, I'm talking cryptids.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, cryptids. Creatures of the deep, menaces of the wild. Basically, animals that don't exist within the realms of what we know to be real. Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, werewolves, Yeti.
Or that don't exist at all.
Probably the biggest name out there. You all know him. You all love him. It's America's Sweet Squatch. That's right. It's Bigfoot.
Oh, he's an A-lister cryptid, all right.
He's pulling in for the crowd.
Racking up them followers.
Dishing out that content.
Soaking up that hashtag ad revenue.
He's...
Go with it.
Big.
What?
Oh.
That's it? It's in the name.
I know. Anton, not every landing gets stuck. If I were an Olympic athlete, I would lose points for that. I realize that. Okay, Anton, stop getting distracted. How can I keep you safe from this magnificent beast if you don't have all the facts?
How about I just stay out of the woods?
Time to learn about Bigfoot, or Bigus footus, as they say in Latin.
Absolutely, they do not.
Here, read this. Bigfoot is considered by cryptozoologists as a species, not an individual cryptid.
It is thought to be a hairy, ape-like humanoid that stands up to 10 feet tall.
Most sightings have been in the Pacific Northwest and North America.
They communicate through howls, screams, moans, grunts, and whistles.
Variations of ape-like creatures have been spotted all over the world, known as skunk ape, wood booger, yeti, and many more.
Skunk ape? Skunk ape? That's unnecessary. Imagine just going about your business thinking your name's Gerald or Steve just to find out the world's calling you skunk ape. No wonder he's attacking people. I'd be pissed too.
That's assuming he understands English. Like, skunk ape in Sasquatch language might be like...
Do that again? Surprisingly close.
I was impressed too.
Okay, what's his weakness? How do I kill a Bigfoot if it ever comes to blows? Protect me, Grace.
You should never kill a Bigfoot. They have feelings and families and hopes and dreams. Also, I'm not sure there are specific ways like a crucifix on a vampire or silver and wolfsbane on a werewolf.
I think you're bearing the lead here. If there was a body, which there wasn't, it's way more likely it was the work of some machete-mad serial killer or something.
Listen, thousands of people have vanished in national parks in recent years. Something big has got to be afoot. If not Bigfoot, maybe Wendigos or the Nix?
I know I'm gonna regret this, but what is the Nix?
The Nix has got some serious issues, my friend. It's an aquatic humanoid that lures kids to water and drowns them because it's lonely. Most active on Midsummer's Night, Christmas Eve, and Thursdays.
Wait. Thursdays?
Yeah. Maybe Thursday is the Nix's Friday. Like, after a long, tough week at work, he just wants to let his hair down. Maybe drown some kids. 3-day weekend, baby.
Okay, so the Nix is not someone you'd want to go for a beer with.
Yeah, I'd say, even as a single girl, I wouldn't go for a drink with the Nix. But Bigfoot,
What?
I mean, what the hell? Yeah. I mean, of course, yes. I would, yeah, with
of
Bigfoot,
course?
yeah.
Of course you date Bigfoot, even though you suspect him to be...
I mean, he's tall, which, really ticks the box for me.
That's huge.
Also, how fun would it be to have, a boyfriend that you could call Wood Booger?
Even though you suspect him to be the culprit behind bloody murder, you need to raise your standards, dude.
I bet it was a misunderstanding. Maybe a Bigfoot came across a human, attacked them out of fear, then just booked it because he didn't want to do hard time.
Big feet are not aware of our judicial system.
How could you possibly know that? I also read that they bury their dead, so they might bury anything they kill too.
I think I know where this is going.
Yep. The missing body in the woods. What if it didn't disappear? What if it was buried by Bigfoot? You've got to think outside the box here. And by the way, there's loads of other evidence of Bigfoot too. Get this. Miners, and we're not talking about the one that I DM,
Right.
in the 1900s reported being attacked by ape men. And in the same year, a U.S. citizen was kidnapped by a family of Bigfoot for 6 days. Plus, a man in Georgia claims to have smelled a Bigfoot.
Okay, so Bigfoot smells like shit. You still want to date him.
The real issue is whether he'd want to date me, if I'm being honest. I'm not his type. It's a known fact that Bigfeet are actually sexually attracted to cows.
No way, I'm shutting this down. Bigfoot being sexually attracted to cows is where I draw the line.
If only I could look like a cow and get a Bigfoot.
Nope.
Oh, how about this? Maybe a Bigfoot romanced a cow, and that's how the sheep squatch was born.
The what?
The sheep squatch. It's another cryptid. White fur, big teeth, curly horns.
In what world do you expect me to believe in a sheep squatch?
How bad would you feel if you met a sheep squatch one day, and it said, "You didn't believe in me? All this time I believed in you."
So are they killing people in the woods too?
Maybe this poor person the kid saw came across a sheep squatch and thought it was just a sheep.
But really it was a squatch.
A squatch in sheep's clothing.
Well, regardless of your crackpot theories, I now need to go away and forget I ever heard Bigfoot, romanced, and sheep squatch in the same sentence.
Which is probably a good place to leave it for today.
By the way, I'm saying hell no on the cryptid thing. Or the body at all, for that matter. I still think this kid was lying, probably to impress his friends.
Well, I've got an idea.
Oh no.
He said it was a woman, right? I'm gonna run a check on all missing females from upstate New York around the date this kid said he saw the body.
Finally, some real-life investigation. Now we're talking.
Thanks for joining us, friends. See you next time.
Yeah, and if you got this far, we definitely owe you 7 minutes of your life back.
Oh, things you say to all girls you meet.
Seriously?
Welcome to Bizarre Yet Bonafide, the podcast of the paranormal.
Anton.
What?
Oh, Anton. Oh, sweet little Anton.
Stop, what are you doing? I hate this.
Get yourself a napkin, old pal, because you're about to take a big, juicy bite into the tantalizing fruit of mystery.
Why do you insist on making everything weird?
I gotta be me, baby. Anyway, welcome to Bizarre Yet Bonafide, the podcast of the paranormal. I'm Grace.
And I'm Anton.
And this week, we return to the story of the unidentified body that disappeared in Hackett Woods, upstate New York. Unidentified until now.
So this is the dead body some kids reported seeing, even though there was absolutely no proof.
No proof. Until now.
Okay, you're clearly hyped up on some kind of sugary drink right now, so go ahead. Get it out of your system.
I checked the missing person cases in that area, and you best start calling me Amazing Grace because you're about to hear the oh-so-sweetest sound of me solving this mystery.
You just ruined Amazing Grace for me. Which is a beautiful song. You've taken something from me today.
That's right. I've done it. Put a face to a name. Or a name to a dead body. Anne Radcliffe. She's one of the 2 hikers recently reported missing, presumed dead, in upstate New York. And you know what else is in upstate New York? Hackett Woods. I bet she's our Jane Doe.
Okay, so 2 people are missing. Putting aside the fact that this is a huge area and assuming these cases are linked is insane, that kid only claimed to have seen 1 body. So what now, 2 people just disappeared?
Yeah. Spooky, right?
Not really, just super tragic. The part about these 2 hikers going missing, although I hate to say it, but people go missing all the time, especially in the wilderness. Bears are everywhere, probably.
Actually, no, because look, check this out. In an article I found online, it says They probably didn't get eaten by a bear.
It does not say probably. What kind of journalism is that?
It's some small town rag from nearby. And no, it didn't use those exact words, but I read it, and this wildlife expert says that if they were killed by an animal, there would be signs, and actually it's far more likely that they just sort of fell victim to the dangers of the wilderness.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You're fighting my case for me, Grace.
But the article also interviewed their family members who refused to believe that these guys got into any accidental trouble. They say they were seasoned hikers who absolutely knew what they were doing. Can you argue with seasoned hikers? Does it not create an evocative image of two hikers covered in seasoning?
Well, sorry to be that guy, but being good at something doesn't exempt you from tragedy. How does that quote go? Every corpse on Mount Everest was once a very motivated individual?
Jesus, that's dark. Anton, really? You have to bring it there?
I'm sorry.
And it doesn't explain how Anne Radcliffe's body was found all alone, not to mention hours later just disappeared completely.
Well, I totally stand by my point that we just can't say for sure she was in those same woods.
Why not? You're boring.
Well, is there any evidence?
Well, no. The article actually says there's nothing to indicate they were ever actually there in the first place.
Kept that quiet, didn't you?
But a lack of evidence doesn't necessarily mean it's not true.
Grace, have you ever done jury duty?
No, why?
Good, no reason.
Well, my point is, that's not the work of anything natural. For those of you who missed out on previous episodes, we've been talking about unidentified cryptids in the American wilderness and whether or not they're behind this.
Okay, but hear me out. The wildlife expert said no animal could have killed the hikers because they'd have left signs. Well, surely that goes for made-up animals, cryptids as well, right?
Yeah, I guess. Cryptids are usually messy eaters.
I'm sorry to say, but this feels like the work of a human to me. What was the other hiker's name?
Ed Benson.
So if they were in the woods, which I'm now aware is a big if, perhaps the largest if I've ever seen, but maybe the hikers got lost, freaked out, and turned on each other. Or one of them lured the other into the woods for a murder-suicide thing. Or maybe Ed wanted to claim Anne's life insurance, so he killed her. He could still be in the woods right now after murdering her and hiding the body. That's a whole lot more terrifying than Bigfoot.
Your mind is dark today.
It is what it is, Grace. Humans are more messed up than any cryptid out there.
Au contraire. I think, in fact, it is what it isn't. Or it isn't what it is. Wait, basically, I don't think it's humans or cryptids.
You don't?
Nope. Sorry, Bigfoot, but fuck off. Unless you want to get a drink sometime, wink. We've got first-class tickets on the ghost train. Choo-choo! Choo-choo! Choo-choo!
Do you ever run out of steam?
I do not, just like our ghost train, which runs off the energy of spirits of the damned. I'm the train driver, you're the, conductor, I guess, and we are on our way, my friend.
Where is this metaphor going?
To this! Say hello to Grace Corvin, Ghost Investigator!
So what, we're a ghost podcast now?
I like to think we embrace all sorts of unique paranormal entity here at Bizarre Yet Bonafide headquarters. And by embrace, I mean in any way you want. Wink.
Headquarters? This is your apartment. It's got one room and a mold problem.
I'm maintaining an illusion. How about this? The teens only went into Hackett Woods looking for ghosts. There was no sign of the hikers ever being there, right? And there was a dead body that disappeared. Put those together and it's obvious. The vengeful ghost killed Anne and snatched Ed into another plane of existence, some ethereal other dimension, which is when the teen saw Anne's body all alone. Then the ghost came back and snatched her away too.
Ghosts can do that?
Yup.
Well, fuck.
I know, right?
Nah, you still haven't convinced me. Like, sure, these two hikers did go missing nearby, and I'm prepared to believe there's the smallest chance the teen boy may have actually seen Anne's body, which would mean someone hid it afterwards. That's scary enough without the need for ghouls. It could have been Ed covering up the murder. Maybe the landowners are psycho cannibals that killed and ate both hikers. Maybe even the cops had something to do with it. We don't know. It's fucked, but it's not paranormal.
Okay, listen, I I'm not sold on it yet either, but I'm definitely, interested. I'm down to clown with the idea, you know?
Ugh, I hate clowns. Ugh. Okay, so what? You're gonna keep looking into ghostly interference rather than find any logical truth behind the disappearing dead body?
It's one and the same, my friend. Basically, if this ghost did kill the hikers, we need to know why and how to stop it happening again. Which means I need to dig up some ghost facts.
How are you going to do that?
From the internet.
You better get started then. Type ghosts into a search engine and there are 4,660 million results, not all of them safe for work.
Wow, I'll start with those ones then. Whew, keep that page open. I'm diving in. Join us next time, listeners, as we delve into the translucent, ectoplasmic, haunting world of ghosts.
Ectoplasmic?
What's the matter? You scared?
Of you? Yeah, a little.
See you next time.
Peace out.
Welcome to Bizarre Yet Bonafide, the podcast of the paranormal.
Welcome, friends, to another episode of Bizarre Yet Bonafide with me, Grace.
Now, Grace, that's no way to welcome our listeners back into the fold. Grace? Okay, for those of you wondering why you've tuned into Sourpuss Radio, I'm delighted to tell you that there has been an update on the infamous missing dead body case.
Okay, fine, but just so you know...
She's back, everyone!
Just so you know, I am absolutely not done with it. I've got my thoughts and my theories and a pretty promising lead, actually.
No way, you're not getting off that easily. Let's tie up this delicious little loose end, shall we? What happened with the body and the kid who saw it? Oh, and which handsome co-host was it who reminded you a few weeks back about the boy who cried wolf?
Okay, fine. The kid cried wolf. Big whoop.
A tale as old as time.
Apparently, he made it all up to scare his girlfriend.
Now, I'm no expert on charming the ladies.
Obvious. Continue.
But I don't think freaking the hell out of your date is the best way to win their heart.
True. But it does lead on quite nicely to my next theory.
Oh yeah? Enlighten me.
Men are shitheads.
I mean, sadly, yeah.
And the women those shitheads scorn, they're pretty fucked up.
Listen up, guys. Quit scorning. Knock it off.
Because the truth of the matter, Anton, is that even though there was no body, it doesn't take away the fact that these hikers did go missing. This one here, Anne Radcliffe, she's out there somewhere, alive or dead.
I mean, how do we even know they were in those specific woods in the first place? It's such a vast area. It could be totally unrelated to anything.
No, Anton. It's ghosts.
You really are relentlessly stubborn, aren't you?
It's no secret how many people go inexplicably missing in North America, and a great deal of missing persons cases leave behind no trail whatsoever. And what else leaves no trail? Ghosts. Because they float and glide through stuff.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
You're being nice. Why?
I'm trying to not be a shithead so you don't come back as a ghost and haunt me.
Wait, who the hell says I'm dying before you?
I've seen how you live. You had peanut butter pops for lunch. Weren't they discontinued ages ago? I guess you just went ahead and ignored the expiration date?
Yeah. But nuts are good for you. And everyone knows stuff in the freezer doesn't go bad.
You kept them in the freezer?
No, Anton. I found them in the freezer when I moved in.
You're disgusting.
Anton, if I said to you, famous ghost stories, what would you think of?
Copyright infringement lawsuit?
Wrong! Here, read this.
Oh, sorry. This one? Right. Well, Grace, I'd think of the hitchhiking hag or the white lady, of course.
Interesting, Anton. Tell me more.
Different variations of these famous ghost stories are told all over the world.
Wow. So it sounds to me like there is a specific type of ghost that manifests in different ways to different people. Funnily enough, I've been doing some research on this.
Which means you typed it into the internet and are about to quote the first webpage result.
Dude, what happened to being nice?
I didn't say I would be nice, I just said I wouldn't be a shithead.
Well, you're on thin ice, pal.
Sorry, continue.
So, this research told me that Often, these stories are about vengeful female spirits called things like the White Lady of something or the Hag of somewhere, all seemingly related to women being scorned, ranging from spousal abuse to vows being broken, their loved ones taken from them, that kind of gnarly stuff.
Very gnarly, yeah.
One story in particular tells of a man so concerned that his wife might cheat on him while he was at war, he locked her in the basement. Didn't think about the possibility he might croak it, did he? He died on the battlefield, and she wasted away to nothing in the dark. Her ghost still remains, wandering our plane, and it said that when she approaches, her hollow, desperate groans ring in your ears, and you are struck with this sudden pang of intense hunger, an echo of the pain she was left to suffer. People think the starvation killed her, but no, quite the opposite. She was so hungry, trapped down there, that she resorted to eating her own flesh, ripping skin and sinew from bone, draining blood from vein as she tore herself apart. They say her hunger is what left her lingering in our world. The hunger for revenge.
Holy shit.
Exactly. So because of the way she was treated, the White Lady, or the Hag, generally punishes bad behavior like infidelity, abandonment, greed, and murder, and rewards things like faithfulness and commitment to family.
All right, so basically, for good reason, she's hangry, super hangry, and mangled too, given the whole ingesting her own flesh thing.
Yeah, it's lucky she wasn't a vegan like me.
You took a bite of my bacon cheeseburger yesterday.
You said it was free range.
You're vaguely vegan at best.
A vegan, yeah. But right now, I'm hungry for answers. My theory is that these are specific types of spirit, not one particular ghost. You'll see loads of different stories about the White Lady, the Hag, the Wretched Woman, whatever you want to call them. Vengeful spirits cursed to linger in our world due to some wrongdoing that befell them.
So going back to the hitchhiker, was she wronged in some way too?
Yep. She drowned herself after her husband left her for another woman. So she's often seen drenched to the skin, seawater dripping from her mouth, overflowing from her constantly waterlogged lungs. Her once glowing face, dull and bloated. Her once songbird voice, gargling the discordant cries of her now sodden vocal cords.
Okay, you're way too good at this.
It's the whole unfinished business thing. Cliché, I know, but these spirits are doomed to wander our mortal coil, seeking vengeance or closure on something or someone that wronged them.
So what does that mean for our fake dead body and missing hikers?
I hear rumors that there have been recent sightings of a White Lady, or Hag, in none other than dun-dun-dun! Hackett Woods, yes, which is near where those guys were last seen.
A scary thought, albeit absolute nonsense.
Joke all you want. We have a deal, remember? I present you with evidence and you admit that the paranormal is real. I just have a bit more research to do, something more hands-on. And then, oh, Anton, I hope you've got ice cream in the freezer because you're going to need a big old scoop to go with your humble pie.
Oh, man. Okay. Go ghost hunting all you want, but I think we should draw a line under these missing hikers. We don't even know for sure they were in Hackett Woods, and I'm betting they turn up eventually.
Oh, don't worry. I'm in full ghost mode now.
Just don't do anything dangerous, all right?
Aw, I didn't think you cared.
I like you enough that I don't want you to get murdered in the woods.
Well, that's it for today, folks. Join me next episode for something a little different.
Seriously, what are you gonna do?
Don't worry your pretty little head about it. Catch you on the flip side, bizarros.
Pop, pop, peanut butter, butter pops. Pop, pop, pop them in your mouth.
Welcome to Bizarre Yet Bonafide, the podcast of the paranormal.
There's nobody at the check-in desk. Okay, here I am at the Harbinger Motel. Yep, that's its real name. To investigate Hackett Woods. I think I actually went past the woods on my way here, and I can totally believe it's haunted. Those trees are creepy AF. Which is great, because I'm here to find some hard evidence of the supernatural to show my co-host Anton the unbeliever, who, you may notice, is not here. Now, there may be some of you who miss his acerbic comments, so I'll do my best to give the illusion that he's still here with us. Just to be clear, he hasn't died. He's having meatloaf at his mom's, which, as a vegan or vegan, I would never partake in. Not that I was invited. Hey Grace, my name's Anton, and I don't believe in anything. I don't even like this podcast, even though you're super cool and awesome at ghosts and supernatural shit, and you're actually kind of pretty, and it's kind of weird that I've never mentioned that before, even when you sometimes straighten your hair. Anton, please, I'm just like any other paranormal investigator out there, okay? Are you playing footsie with me? I think I ship us. Welcome, listeners, to Bizarre Yet Bonafide, the podcast of the paranormal, coming to you from a motel near Hackett Woods, where I'll be investigating the legend of a local haunting. But there's no such thing as ghosts, because I'm Anton, and wait a minute, didn't we prove last episode that the dead body found in Hackett Woods was a hoax? Supposedly a hoax. And maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But even without the dead body, we've still got 2 missing hikers, creepy woods, an old rickety town, and a local legend of an angry ghost. So that sounds like a recipe for mystery. I mean, there's no smoke without fire, and there's no spectral plasma without ghosts. Oh, look. Please ring for assistance. Hello? I'd like to check in, please. Anyone there? I mean, spooky abandoned motel is totally my vibe, but like, I gotta check in to stay here. Come on. Okay. So, listeners, after I get checked in, eventually, I want to get to the bottom of this ghost story. Who is this lady that haunts the woods? How did she die? What does she want? If she's a typical white lady ghost, I imagine she was murdered, or... Oh, shoot, someone's coming. Okay, guys, I am officially checked in and in my room. It's pretty nice for a motel. Basic, quaint, a little creepy, but like the door is not creaking and there's no flickering light bulb. The trees aren't knocking against the window with a tap, tap, tap. So yeah, room for improvement. Ooh, also, check this out. The toilet has one of those pull-down, old-timey chain flushy things, so that's pretty rad. Oh my god, and I spoke to the desk clerk about ghosts, and he told me about this traveling sideshow that came here like 6 years ago or something, and it caught fire, and like everyone died. Grounds for a haunting? I think so. We could even be dealing with multiple spirits here. Also, the clerk was pretty weird. He just kept staring and smiling uncomfortably, like he didn't want to talk about it, but also he kind of did. I wonder if the fire has been hushed up. Either way, first thing in the morning, I'm going full investigation mode. I've got to find something concrete to bring back to Anton. I don't know, Grace. I'm not really a reasonable person, so even if you did have evidence, I'd probably just ignore it, even though I promised not to. Also, I'm probably dragging this whole thing out because I secretly have a crush on you, and I'm just making the most of my time with you. Okay, Anton, settle down there, you big goof. Feelings mutual. All right, guys, sweet dreams.
Welcome to Bizarre Yet Bonafide, the podcast of the paranormal.
Anton, what do you get if you combine a spooky forest, a traveling sideshow, and a big fire?
Is this a joke? I don't know. Arthritis?
No. What? Shut up. No. You get death, whispers in the woods, a lost baby boy, and revenge.
I don't get it.
Welcome to Bizarre Yet Bonafide, the podcast of the paranormal. I'm Grace.
And I'm Anton.
And together we strive to prove
or disprove
the presence of supernatural forces in real-life true crime cases.
Spoiler alert, we never will.
That's a lie, and you know it.
I am yet to be convinced that we share this world with ghouls and goblins.
And that's how it works, folks. I investigate the unknown with an open mind and a thirst for truth. And Anton is a fun sponge.
Hey.
You started it.
So where are we with this? What's next? Let's get this over with.
You could at least pretend to be interested.
No, I am. I'm super interested. Ghost in the woods. Let's do this.
Okay. This is the story of the Hag of Hackett's Quarry.
Ooh, scary. Did you come up with that?
Deep in the wilderness of upstate New York lies a town with a population in the low hundreds. A quiet place that nobody really tends to visit, mainly because it's so remote and out of the way that nobody can find it on a map. A town called North Kill.
Oh boy.
No, I swear, that's its real name. Now, the Hag of Hackett's Quarry is a myth perpetuated by the locals of North Kill about the ghostly figure of a woman who haunts the surrounding woods and quarry, crying out for her lost boy.
Why? What happened to him?
Well, here's the thing. Nobody knows. As far as records go, there was no boy.
Convenient.
Ugh, I'm trying to set the scene.
Okay, so this place, these woods, this is where those two hikers went missing, right? A while back? Has that got anything to do with this whole ghost thing?
Well, yes and no. Forget about the ghost in the woods for a minute.
Done.
Can I interest you in a blazing fire that burned the traveling show to the ground?
Toasty. I like it.
So this is where it all started, allegedly. Harem Scarum, a traveling sideshow that set up shop in Hackett Woods.
Wait, hold up. Traveling sideshows, is that still a thing?
Yeah, apparently.
And this was before the hikers went missing? They're still looking for them, right?
Yeah, still missing, but get this. There are rumors that those guys weren't hikers at all, but ghost hunters who went in search of answers and fell victim to the mercy of the Hag of Hackett's Quarry, never to be seen again.
Like us. Except for the fell victim to the mercy of the blah, 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 blah part.
We're more like, ghost investigators?
Spectre sleuths?
Sure.
So, what happened next?
Well, according to reports from the local paper, the North Kill Gazette, some hay bales caught fire during the opening night, and that spread pretty quickly. Before they knew it, the whole place was up in smoke, including the show's leading lady and her alleged baby boy.
Baby?
Yes, honey?
Boo, you know what I mean.
It doesn't say the kid's age. The rumors floating around say that he was one of her freaks.
Can you say freaks?
Attractions? Exhibits?
Employees? Let's go with that.
Well, anyway, this woman, whatever her name was, it wasn't published, at least not that I've seen. She took a liking to this child, adopted him as her own.
But he was in the show? What was his thing?
Silas the dog boy, according to the posters. So like a feral child, I guess?
That's fucked up, that she'd parade him around like that?
Yeah, and it gets more fucked up. He was thought lost in the fire, so she burned too, whilst she searched for him in the wreckage.
And was he lost in the fire?
Only her body was recovered, along with the old North Kill sheriff and some visitors. No sign of the boy.
That's fucking rad. Oh, but yeah, sucks about the whole people dying thing.
That's cold.
I'm sorry, but you're the one trying to make it about ghosts and shit.
Right. Speaking of, this is where the reports come in. People claim to hear the sound of burning trees and the pained, yearning whispers of the woman as she still to this day searches for her boy, stuck between this life and the next.
Has it ever occurred to you that it could just be a rumor made up by the landowners to scare people away from starting fires in their woods?
Sure, but that's why they have private property signs. There's a summer camp nearby, so I doubt they'd want to scare the kids too bad.
I don't know. That's kind of what summer camp is for, right?
I don't know. I never went.
You never went to camp?
No, my mom thought it'd be better if I spent my summers working so I could get some good experience and land a successful career.
Like presenting a podcast about things that don't exist?
You're mean. You're mean today.
I'm sorry. I actually love doing this. I may not believe in the spooky shit, but I think we work well together, comically speaking.
Comically speaking, yeah, we do.
Okay, so, what else? Scare me. Freak my shit out.
Okay, so, as you know, I ventured out to Hackett Woods last weekend.
You did?
Yes, I told you this. You never listen.
Right, yes. You stayed at some hilariously named motel?
The Harbinger Motel.
That's it. You can't make this stuff up. Well, you can.
So I stayed there, and one night I decided to go into the woods. Now, I didn't see jack shit. There was like no moon and I only had a small flashlight, but I did record what I heard. Shall I play it?
Go nuts, buddy.
Okay, here goes. Did you hear it?
Hear what?
Exactly.
Nothing, huh?
Yeah, a big steaming pile of nada. But maybe she just doesn't want to be found, you know? What kind of ghost is like, oh, hell yeah, bring me the mic, this is my moment. Maybe she knows exactly how to hide from those she doesn't want to see her.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe your mom should have let you go to summer camp. Then at least you'd recognize when a ghost story is just a story.
So that's it. That's all I got.
For real? No, like, photos or anything?
Nope.
Dang it, I was this close to believing.
For real?
Psych, nah, sorry, it just sounds like a freak accident to me. Pun not intended.
Okay, well, that's us. The Hag of Hackett's Quarry. Bizarre, but not bona fide. Not yet, anyway.
Wait, what do you mean, not yet?
I don't know. I just have a feeling. I feel like we're not done here.
I'm done here.
Thanks for listening, Bonafiders.
What was that?
New pet name? For our listeners? Bonafiders? I just thought I'd try it out. Thoughts? Okay, back to the drawing board.
I think that's for the best.
See you next time, folks.
Peace out.
Pop, pop, peanut butter, butter pops. Pop, pop, pop 'em in your mouth.
Okay, so after having listened to all those, that's going to be the end of this part. So basically, the next thing for the quarry that we have to do is it's going to be our infect everyone playthrough, along with getting the missing collectibles that we still need, which would be all the clues. So all the clues plus everyone infected will be the next playthrough. Which means we're also going to update the, I'm going to add a wolf insignia to the bottom right of the pictures so that we can keep track of who's been thing. That's a good way to do it anyway, because that's what I did it with the deaths as well. So we'll still have the death one as well, but I'll make something else for you. I guess next playthrough to sort out would be, next thing actually is, I'm going to attempt to do Shifu. I'm going to do Sifu, all spare all bosses, and get the remaining collectibles as well as any other trophies, which that should be the next playthrough. That might even be just an entire part, because I can skip the majority of the level for some of these bosses, so I don't actually even really need to do much. I think with that, we might be done here, so with that, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on, every like, comment, subscription, view on YouTube gets close to monetization. All my content and past reaction videos, as well as let's plays, will be posted up onto there. Everything's there apart from yesterday's video, which will be up tomorrow, and this video as well. Also, if you subscribe, if you are watching my videos, that means that you should get a notification from when I go live on Twitch. Speaking of which, follow me on Twitch. If we reach 20 followers, I will do a Triangle Strategy Golden Ending speedrun. And also, if we reach affiliate, it means that my videos will have an extra 7 days on Twitch, so they'll get more attention as well. Which is important, because having retention is key for stuff like this. And also, if you follow me on Twitch, you'll also be get notified when I'm going live as well. Speaking of being follow me on Twitter to be notified when I go live. And I guess once I get more and more followers, there'll be more ways to have discussions and stuff as well, which things like that. And also, if you add me onto Discord, I will send you a friend request I'll send you an invite request to my friend's Discord server, which has nearly 2,000 followers. You'll also know when I go live there, because there's a particular area that just go live. And there's just a lot of people there. I'm very active. There's a lot of other people that are active there. And you can, talk with a lot of other people as well. So, I guess with that, since we know what we're doing next, Quarry, we're not doing another playthrough of the Quarry here. But we have got at least what we're doing now. Getting very close to Platinum now. I said we have 3 more playthroughs left to go of this, but movie mode doesn't really count, but I wanted to see how movie mode played out if we do a full playthrough of that, just to see how it goes. And also the combat encounters. And look forward to other games that are coming in the future. I still don't know what we're playing in between games, but we'll see how it goes based on those things. So, until next time, have a good rest of the day, night, wherever you are, and I will see you all later.